All right, what's up, you guys? We are here at Wilwood Engineering. You know, the Turn 14 distribution, Big Mike Edition street build. There's so many different layers to how you can do a car. The point of this one is to have a relatable, attainable, comfortable, nimble street car. You don't have to go crazy. You don't need all these different types of things. We're so used to building kind of to go to the extreme, to kind of hit all the points. But with this car, as I've stated in other episodes and as you've seen, it's not about going over the top. It's about just hitting the necessary points. And go fast parts are the first thing that everyone wants to do, but you need to be able to slow down, especially if you're gonna go to your occasional track day or just even spirited driving. You wanna address something as crucial as sway bars, suspension, make sure the bushings are good, and of course, on a front wheel drive car, the front brakes. And so, here at Wilwood, I've been able to work with them before. My personal Prelude, I've run front and rear in a bunch of cars. Worked with Mike for years, and so we have the honor to be here, kind of go over things, what we're gonna do for the DC5. So I'll give it over to Mike and you know, kind of let you guys understand why I work with him. It isn't just because, there's reasons, there's history, there's lineage, and there's experience that Mike has, and that's why I'm with him and Wilwood right now. So Mike, let's talk about you, right? We're gonna get into that. This is the kit right here, you guys. There's different options and colors and all those types of things, but what it's really about is Mike at the moment. So Mike, why Wilwood, why Hondas, why do you work with me, all that?
So we go way back.
Yeah.
We go back far enough that the more you and I started to know each other, you were like, wait a minute, you're a Honda guy.
Yeah.
But Mike, you're like the muscle car guy over at Wilwood, and kind of like the guy that does a bunch of different things,
Yeah.
right? But my roots really go back to being a Honda person, back to about 92.
Yeah.
Bought my first 87 SI.
Okay. I
You
still
know?
want one of those.
Right? Like it was meant to be having that car. That's really what kind of constructed me to saying, you know what? I really like the way that I can work on a Honda, how they drive,
Yeah.
everything about a Honda. From then on, I started building quite a few different Hondas, and they were always my daily driver. And to this day, I drive an '07 TL Type S. That's my daily.
That's right, that's right. To this, okay, so have you always daily driven Hondas this whole
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
That's a perfect example.
I daily drive a Honda. I own a big truck and
Yeah.
a 91 Pathfinder as well.
Okay,
So that's kind of like the off-road rig. I really have always kind of drawn myself to Honda and working on guys' cars like your car.
Sure.
Where you kind of hit me up and said, hey, let's work together on this.
Yeah.
Well, because of Turn 14 distribution and you building this car with them,
Yeah.
I said, we've got to do something.
Yeah.
So we started looking at basically our 12 and 3/16 brake kit,
Yeah.
two-piece hat rotor. We're going to do the slotted only,
Yep,
which
yep.
is more of our track day ready rotor.
Yes.
So it'll be more of a rotor that looks aesthetically like this one.
Right, right.
So it's going to have more capacity and it's going to be directional vane.
Yeah, that's what I've used on. That's what I used on the other car.
Exactly.
So we'll do the same one.
Yep.
Right, and then this whole DC5 kit that's on the site, people can get that.
Yep.
But it usually comes with a 4-piston.
It comes with a 4-piston. So what we did with your build is we're going to the Dynapro 6 caliper.
Yep.
What's kind of crazy is both calipers stop the same amount. So the clamping force or the square area in both are the same. So they're going to stop the vehicle the same. And doing some track days,
Yes.
we want more thermal capability and a larger brake pad. See how much bigger the pad is?
Yes.
So that means that the pad's going to last longer for the type of driving you're going to end up
Right.
doing with the car.
Right.
So all of those things are what you and I talked about. I've tracked so many of my own cars. I know exactly the nuances with the Honda of what works really well, what doesn't work really
Yeah.
well, but make it so it can still be driven on the street.
Yeah, see, you guys, that's actually a very important thing. You know, the first thing that people normally do is they think bigger is better. And that can be true as very much as it also could be negligible. Like you just said, the 4-piston on this kit, which is what's available directly from Wilwood.com, is going to stop the same as the 6, but its thermal capacity and sustainability on those track days, whether it be with the auto-tune guys at the starting grid or VTEC Club, or you just go to an SCCA day and you want to learn the car, which is actually one of the best ways to learn your car.
Absolutely.
Right? Is they stop the same, so you could absolutely run this for your street car. If you're ever going to go for more sustained spirited driving, then the 6 is an option to go with. So for this car, I'm thinking a little bit towards the future, and I'm gonna run the 6, and we're gonna do that vane versus slotted and drilled. We're just gonna go slotted. This is the DC5 kit, and as you can see, there's all these other options. I've run 4s, I've run 6s with them on other cars. For this Turn 14 distribution DC5 build, street car, to be able to go to the occasional track day and just be able to cover the bases. It's not just about turning fast, going fast, you have to be able to stop quickly. The Wilwood kit from Wilwood, and Mike is the go-to guy. We've been able to piece together things, but in this particular case, other than colorways, which how many colors do you guys have?
24.
24. You can go everything from hard anodizing to grays, reds, blues. You can laser the logo, you can pick black, white, etc. So for any combination of designs and colorways you guys have for your builds, it's there for you guys. Same thing with in their two-piece rotors. You know, the aesthetics are there as well as the performance. It's a SoCal company. You don't need to go crazy. It doesn't have to come from overseas. It doesn't have to be a Japanese brand. A lot of the ways that we build Integras and Civics is very JDM. From that era, I love it. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to spend that. You can get something local, affordable, and functional like that. So Wilwood is an option for you guys. So there are obviously all those color combinations we were talking about, whether it be logo or actual caliper color. I think right here, black is just about the most fundamental you can get. You cannot go wrong. It doesn't really matter what color the car is or, you know, what theme you have going on. Black is good. Like I was telling you guys, we went with just slotted. I really kind of was deciding on the colorway for this car. It's a silver car. I'm not gonna do a color change. A gray tone. Black I've done before, gray, but then you know what? Then there was this particular shade called Chicagoland Gray, and it really reminded me, it's in the realm of the Nardo gray that my Prelude is, and I felt like it would really kind of just be quiet and subtle behind whatever wheel I end up going with on the car. So the DC5 silver, this gray just subtle. I'm gonna do black for the logo. I feel like that's where we're at. I mean, there's a lot of other options, obviously, but I wanted to be more subtle with this. And I feel like the Chicagoland Gray with black on the silver car, the wheel that I'm thinking of, or the color of the wheel, is gonna be the way to go. So this is the 6-piston option in Chicagoland Gray. I'm pretty much decided on this, but I'll probably end up going black or maybe laser, and that'll be the colorway setup. And I'll run the black hat, you know, with the vented rotor. So what do you guys think? For all these different color options, or go on the website, you can see all of the different colors they have. But I'm really thinking that something quiet and subtle is the way I'm gonna go with this particular build. So let me know what you think. Back half.
So this would be the inboard body, very similar to the caliper that's going to go on yours.
Yeah. And then these boxes are filled with these.
Yeah.
So is this the raw finish, or this is gonna go get coated?
No, this is how it goes to anodize.
Yes.
So anodize on this and then powder coat. That's a 4-lug Honda hat. So we start with a net forging and then we machine it into a billet. See the difference?
Once again, yeah, this is your net forging machined into a billet.
I mean, literally people say, but it starts off with this net forging. You see how the grain structure?
Yes.
So super strong. Now feel how heavy this is, and it made that.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Now the reason that it's so different is we add extra here, here, and here so that we can make 140 different part numbers out of this.
That net forging, yes.
Right? So it makes a lot of parts. In time, not on time.
Okay.
So in time means that it's readily available because we have staggered amounts of it.
Yes.
On time means what we used to do 10 years ago. As soon as it was made, it'd go on the shelf and it was already sold. It would be like, oh, I can't get you that, but I can get you this. Oh shit, I'll take two. I was just selling stuff off the shelf.
Yeah.
So more parts to get picked. And then this, starting right here all the way over,
This is packaging.
no, this is picking parts.
Are they?
These are finished goods.
It's finished for sale. Okay.
for sale, so like master cylinder.
This is literally ready to be shipped as a sold item.
Yep. Master cylinder kit. Whoa! That was my idea. I started saying we gotta put all that stuff right on top.
Well, no, it's good for when people open it. But yeah, I see what you're saying. And then even for things like your sticker packs that you're putting in there. When you order that, are you ordering like fucking 10,000 stickers
yeah.
at a time? Yeah.
No, there's some stickers we do 25,000 at a time, and
sure.
they're used literally in a month. Because the stickers go inside of all these boxes too.
Yeah, no, definitely. You guys, thanks for staying till the end. As you could see, there's a lot of perks that I'm blessed with, being able to be inside, the warehouse. You guys can hear the machines running. Mike taking his time out to, walk us through, different than it usually is, for me to stand with him and really get to kind of introduce you not just to the Wilwood brand, but the guys that are behind it, engineering, wrenching, and, just their personal history as car guys, not just employees, So the DC5 project is, it's a labor of love in such a different way. It's a street car. It's meant to be fun and nimble, but not overbuilt. And having all these options for something as simple as the front brakes, from colorways and hard anodizing to different designs for rotors. It's just really cool to be able to be inside of Wilwood and be able to work with them in such a direct fashion. To bring you guys these options that you can have on your personal builds when you utilize these different types of options and brands. So thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one as we make progress on the Turn 14 distribution. Big Mike DC5.